All right, welcome to what is, I think, going to be the inaugural episode of a new series that I'm calling Crank It or Tank It, where I'm listening through all 500 songs on Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time and just giving quick reactions to each one. The problem is, I'm already like 25 or 30 songs into the list, and I don't really feel like going back and re-listening to them again and coming up with, new videos for all of those along the way. I think instead I'm just gonna, in this inaugural episode, in this first episode of this series, I'm just gonna rapid fire through the 25 or 30 that I've got so far, the 25 or 30 songs that I've listened to so far. Give a quick intro to the song, who it's by, when it came out, real quick intro, and just a crank it or tank it, yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down, hot or not, smash or trash sort of thing, and move on. Just rapid fire, get through all 25. And then starting next week, I'll slow it down a little bit. And I do want to be able to talk about each song just a little bit more, not huge spiels about them, but it's just maybe a minute for each song, talk about what I liked about it, and give that crank it or tank it sort of review and do it that way. But here we go. I'm gonna get started here because I've already been talking for too long. So let's get into the music. This is Crank It or Tank It, episode 1. I've got, I don't know offhand, I gotta look at my notes, either 25 or 30 songs that I'm gonna do right now. Let's get to it. All right, starting us off at 500 is the song As It Was by Harry Styles. Came out in 2022. I really like this song. I like the mix of the upbeat music with the slightly more troubled lyrics. That's a crank it. 499 is Pancho and Lefty from Townes Van Zandt from 1972, and this one tells a great story, so another crank it. 498 is Truth Hurts by Lizzo from 2017. This one's a soft crank it. I don't care for the music, but I like her lyrics and I like her delivery. 497 is Without You by Harry Nilsson from 1971, and I like his voice, so crank it. 496 is Carly Simon's song You're So Vain from 1972. This was really layered. This was a song that I had known before but had never really paid attention until I listened to it here, and I liked it, so crank it. All right, 495 is our first tank it. This is Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. It's not a bad song. It's just not for me. It feels too 80s. It's too of the time. I didn't care for it. Tank it. 494 is Where Is My Mind by the Pixies from 1988. That's an iconic song, iconic sound, so crank it. 493 is Stronger by Kanye West from 2007, and didn't really care for it. It was repetitive and boring. Lyrically, he's good, but I didn't like the music. Tank it. 492 is So What by Miles Davis from 1959. Crank it. This was just a vibe. I enjoyed it. It's long, but it's a great song. 491 is probably the one that's going to get me the most hate because talking about this song has gotten me the most hate, but it's Titi Me Pregunto from Bad Bunny from 2022. This one's a hard tank it. Nothing against Bad Bunny, nothing wrong with him. It's not bad. It's just very much not for me. I don't enjoy it. 490 is Old Town Road by Lil Nas X from 2019, and it's another tank it. The country aspects of it just felt so fake and inauthentic to me. 489 is Cannonball by The Breeders from 1993, and this is just, it's a very memorable bass line, a pretty iconic guitar line, so I'll crank it. 488 is House of Balloons by The Weeknd from 2011, and I didn't like Beauty Behind the Madness when I listened to that recently, and I was really excited to find out how much I liked this song. I did. I liked it a lot, so crank it. 487 is Cranes in the Sky by Solange, and this might be one of my favorite songs on the list so far. Crank the hell out of this song. 486 is Milli by Lil Wayne, and again, probably one that's going to ruffle some feathers, but the beat was incredibly boring. Yes, he is incredibly creative and witty, but that's not enough for me to really get over on a song, so tank it. 485 is 212 by Azalea Banks, and I was on the fence with this one. I think I'm going to lean over to tank it. I appreciate her delivery. I think she has a great voice, but it just wasn't my thing. 484 is Buddy Holly by Weezer, and this song is just a blast of nostalgia for me. Just everything about it is memorable. Even, just hearing the song, I can just picture the music video, the Happy Days themed music video. We'll crank it. 483 is I Can't Help Myself, or Sugar Pie Honey Bunch from the Four Tops, and I just recently listened to their album Reach Out, and I liked a lot of songs on that album, but this one, I don't care for, so tank it. 482 is Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, and this is a banger, just a straight up banger. Crank the hell out of this one too. Up at 481 is Crossroad Blues by Robert Johnson, and I'm a sucker for the blues, and this is the blues standard, so definitely crank it. At 480, we have Just a Friend by Biz Markie. I mean, it's kind of a joke how bad of a singer he is, but it's super heartfelt and genuine and authentic, so crank it. 479 is Oye Como Va, the Santana version, which I didn't realize this was a cover until I listened to this. But I really like the blend of, Latin American music, Hispanic music with guitar-driven rock music, so I crank it. At 478, we have Juvenile's Back That Azz Up. This is another one that I just recently listened to the album again, and I didn't love the album. I really didn't like the album at all. This was the one song, though, that I did pretty much enjoy. This is another blast of nostalgia. This song, for me, is middle school, high school, like middle school dances. This was my era, so we'll crank it. At 477, we've got Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's. Not my thing. I get that it's a really well-written song. I get why people like it, but not my thing, so I'm gonna tank it. At 476 is Sunday Morning Coming Down by Chris Christopherson. I have been finding more ways to like country than I previously thought I would be able to. I've always been I don't like country sort of person, and country's not my thing sort of person. There has been some country that I've gotten into lately that has started to change that for me, and this is one of those songs, so I'm gonna crank it. And at 475, which is I think where we're gonna stop for right now, this is Janet Jackson's song Rhythm Nation, and holy cow, I really like this song. Crank it. All right, so I think we're all caught up. That was a bit of a rapid fire catch up there, but next week we'll slow it down. I'll talk a little bit more about each song. We'll have a whole lot fewer to do, but now it's your turn. Let me know, leave a comment. Where did I miss the mark here? Because I guarantee that you and I disagree on some of those crank it or tank it's that I just gave out. So leave a comment, let me know. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm doing this sort of thing, rediscovering music, talking about music, sharing new music pretty regularly here. So subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you around. And until next time, I'm Kyle, and I've got some music to listen to. Music was everything to me growing up, but somehow life got in the way, and for 15 years I barely listened to anything new. Now I'm 40 and I'm diving back in, one song, one album at a time, and sharing that journey with you. Welcome to Hendy Creek.